Winter is like, ooh, I'm embarrassed. He realized I got on the same clothes. Girl, you need to don't worry about the clothes, girl. Get ready for what he about to tell you and Pretty to do together. It's about to be Tiana and Sukiana in a 3-for-some. Hello there, friends. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5. You babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Sister Souljahs, The Coldest Winter Ever sequel, Life After Death, Part 16. So where we left off, you have Winter and her dude, E. Okay, they have just came to an agreement that E was going to help fund Winter's dream to have a fashion empire in purgatory. But then, in a high-speed chase, while they was going to, go shopping for the textiles and everything else, she was severely hurt. Okay, she and her friends like, oh shiz! Every time I get a come up, I get dragged down. Girl, I hope you ain't get one of them PPP loans. PPE? PPP? Oh, because the government wants their money. They coming for their money from bitches like you first, Winter. In a high-speed chase, right? The people who were in the car was her dude, her secretary / Judy, Pretty, and her. Right? The car got hit the first time. She didn't know what the heck was going on. All she could hear is people fighting over her. Men fighting over her is part of the reason why people get so irritated with Sister Souljah and this Winter BS, because people are like, wait a minute, she's not that bad. I mean, it's 1,000 bad bitches down here. I mean, they gonna fight over her? So suddenly her body gets dragged back into a car by her Judy Bridget. Bridget hollering, not us, not us, you demon, you won't take us to your nightclub, get us all liquored up and high and everything, then throw us to the fire. Then suddenly another car, out of the blue, bashes into them. We forgive you. Oh no. She opens her eyes and see all the faces of the grannies. Not actually the grannies, but the nuns, okay? She back in the convent. Back up was all I said to them at half volume. Welcome back, one of them smiled at me with her crooked beige teeth. Where are my clothes? Girl, that's all you care about is your clothes? Fuck your clothes. You'd have survived 2 severe car accidents, you dumb, dizzy broad. The people, to calm her nerves, say, okay, all your little clothes is over there in the bag over there. Okay, because Winter got on the Convent clothes, the gray outfit with them Birkenstocks, okay? She don't like all that. She can't handle that. She want to be, dressed to the nines while she in the church. Nobody else cares about that in the church, girl, but you. So Winter says to the nun, where's Pretty? Where's Bridget? Okay? The nun says to her, you were the one that took the longest to heal. Okay, we are ready for you for this ceremony thing that we got going on over there in the church. Okay, we will be expecting you shortly. Get your clothes on. We don't care if you put them red bottoms on or the Birkenstocks on. Just make sure you bring that ass. I was up front and facing the crowd. Sister Claire placed her arm around my shoulder as Sister Marie and the other grannies were all giving me their scary welcome smiles while singing their happy song. Girl, it's called a hymn. Okay, that's what they do. It's hymn. It's called a hymn. My eyes widened after searching the crowd for Pretty and Bridget. I saw Olga dressed down in Guess farmer jeans with the bib and all. Beneath the bib was a simple, thin, short-sleeved white tee. Nobody gives a Sister Souljah. Nobody cares. Seated next to her was some homeless-type looking man. When I examined the man hidden and crouched in the pew like he didn't want to be there either, I realized it was the guy that I had vomited on. My eyes darted away from him but landed in the left corner. Standing below the exit sign, it was him, my lover and partner, owner of the lighthouse. She like, "Ooh, yes! Big Daddy is here to save me from these granny bitches, you dumb bitch. He ain't here to save you, he here to take you down, girl." He must have seen me seeing him staring and studying and admiring. He lowered his sunglasses slightly. Our eyes connected. I smiled naturally, but when my eyes darted down to the pew beside where he stood, I saw the impossible. It was that ninja. You know that ninja. The Trey Songz character. The one who Pappy gathered him up and threw him in the death truck or the death dump truck. Okay, remember when Succubus was like, well, you need to forget about your boyfriend, girl. Okay, even though I be hunching him from time to time because his pappy came, and threw his body because he didn't know how to act because he had his head so far stuck up your ass. I'm sure that ninja had watched me watching my new lover with an intensity that he believed belonged only to and for him. My insides nodded. My feelings for my present and my past love conflicted, fought, and mixed even. How could this be? But why was I asking that question? How could any of this be? I am a dead bitch standing in the guest dormitory of a dark, dank convent. I had already been murdered, whisked around for visitations, buried, trapped in a casket, paralyzed and swallowed by darkness, tortured and engulfed in horrifying sounds and circumstances. There's a Nazi in the house. Bridget. I need a bitch like Bridget in my life. Okay, I need an old crazy white bitch who got my back at all times, because, they got that white privilege type thing going on. So they don't have no standards or no, limitations, Black folks will think, well, should we come in this church and start acting a ninja? I don't think so. We'll let the white girl do it. Bridget comes through the door. She start hollering, "They're here. They're here. The Nazis are here. Protect yourself." This crazy broad comes through the door with a water hose because she knows that how you get rid of demon is squirt him in the face. There he is. She pointed her water hose at my commander-in-chief of the lighthouse. But he was too smart, too swift, and too smooth. He slipped right out. My eyes dashed to that ninja. He was dissolving again under the weight of the water. But so was Olga and the guy I vomited on. And so were a few other randomly seated convent guests. The nuns began choking on the smoke from the dissolving wine. So, to me, I'm confused because I'm like, wait a minute, churchy nuns. Hold the hell on, okay? When it comes down to Catholic churches, they pretty much got the same people there at all times because you can't just, you got to work your way up to, understanding the Catholic church, okay? But girl, Catholic granny nun people. You didn't see all these different people in the church? When you came in there and the damn house was packed, you ain't think twice about what the heck was going on? What you thought they was trying to do, churchy nuns? Catholic churchy nuns? What the heck did you... They didn't nothing say to you, these people real new in here. You might need to call your cousin to come through this blicker and do something. Bridget dropped the hose. She ran over to Olga, but Olga was a pile of ashes. Olga, I'm so sorry. I thought you and I were the same. You weren't a demon. You were my sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She kept repeating. During the confusion, I walked right out. She walked right out. Guess who was out there waiting for her? Her dude, sitting in a big black Suburban. Click. She heard the door unlock. The dude's like, get in, baby. Get in. You know how this go. I'm here to save you, baby. I love you. Plus, I ain't got that butthole yet. Put your seatbelt on top. Brooklyn, I heard Pretty's voice say. She was seated behind me. I was overjoyed. Then I felt immediately suspicious. Why was she in my man's car while I wasn't? How come you here? I asked her. Of course I'm here. You're here. And I am your secretary, she said, and sounded true. I relaxed. Shower together, he said to me and Pretty, once we were safe at home in his tower. I didn't really get the instruction. Oh, yes, you do. If a man tell you to shower together, tell two women to shower together, stop it, Winter. You know exactly what's going on, girl. Anyway, he must have read my face. The two of you have been through a lot over a period of time. I'm sure you may have some things you want to discuss. And you both are wearing the same clothes that you wore on the day of the accident, okay? Winter is like, oh, I'm embarrassed. He realized I got on the same clothes. Girl, you need to don't worry about the clothes, girl. Get ready for what he about to tell you and Pretty to do together. It's about to be Tiana and Sukiana in a threesome. So anyway, Winter moves on to start talking to Pretty because she's trying to catch up, okay? Winter don't exactly know what's going on, but she know that Pretty doesn't either because Pretty was knocked out. This is when she finds out that Pretty has a seizure disorder, okay? She also finds out, because Big Daddy told them to take a shower together, that she has a skin disorder, right? A lot of people don't know what eczema is, or just because their mother doesn't know what it is. The mother, all she knows is that it's just a rash on her body. Her daughter got the rash on her body. The granddaughter got the rash on the body. But people sometimes don't take time to figure out what it is on their skin and even try to fix it, right? This is where we find out that now Pretty does not have this issue with eczema anymore because she is in the stop before the last drop, okay? A lot of the things that Pretty was struggling with in her human life, she does not have to worry about in her afterlife, okay? That is what is giving her solace at this point. Pretty raised her left arm and flipped her wrist. I saw you looking at the Rolex my father gave me. Usually it is right here covering up this, she said, pointing out deep, crooked, thick, dark scars. So I know some people may have come across cutters, okay? I know you think when you initially see them, you be like, well, what the fuck is wrong with them? All they have to do is stop. With cutting, it's something that if you're not a cutter, you'll never understand. I'm not a cutter, but because I was a probation officer for so many years, I come across so many different personality types, right? And what the cutting does is it releases the pain for them. It's crazy to think, but it's what they do, So I would never knock a cutter. The only thing that I can do is just implore the cutter to go seek help. So we're learning that Pretty was not actually pretty in her human form, or she did not consider herself pretty in her human form. She was a very tortured and depressed person. But here in the stop before the drop, she's feeling like anything could be better than what I was going through on earth. Okay, they talking about all, Pretty's issue. Now here come Big Daddy. Tiger, let's play, he said. Is that okay? Or will you deny me? I was stuck and caught off guard. Pretty, what's up with all of this? I asked her. I was all cooled out before. Now I was gearing up to get pissy. She shrugged her shoulders. Pretty, that's a nice name for you. You are not as beautiful as Tiger, but I can feel the love between the two of you. I'm feeling left out. So let me ask you, pretty, am I wrong? Are you not in love with my Tiger? Ooh, I am, Pretty said. So you love what she loves? Is that right? That's why you were sitting in my car when I left out of the convent today. Not for me, but for her. Yeah, Big Daddy, everybody don't want to suck your pig. Big Daddy turns to Winter and said, you said not to bring any other bitch in this house besides you. I didn't bring Pretty. You did. I told you everything is mine, but I'm a gentleman. I never force anyone to do anything they do not agree to. Ooh, that's why I say that's a Sagittarius. Oh my God. You know them Sagittarians are collectors. The men, they are collectors, girl. And they real smooth. You got to watch them ninjas, right? And because they're half man, half beast, their swag is like on 973,402. You hear me? Oh my God. Oh, Chinese food. I looked at Pretty. I don't mind, she said, and I was floored. Now I was left looking like the wet blanket, canceling out his good time. I'm top bitch. If she agreed, wouldn't that switch our positions in his heart and business? Then, Big Daddy comes along, he finger pops Winter, and then finger pops the other girl, right? Okay? They all enthralled, okay? He giving Winter, the I'm a girl one day, y'all. So anyway, he giving Winter the right? So what happens is Pretty gets down on all fours. He looks over. Okay. So he mounts Pretty. But you know where he going, okay? He know where he going. Doing the butt. Sexy. He there, okay? Went to her mind like, I know she didn't just give my man the butt that I would refuse to give him. So Winter gets on her knees, okay? Pulls off of her and gets into the other lady, to Winter, okay? So he just crawled off of Pretty, and now he done crawled. So anyway, he giving Winter the right? So what happens is Pretty gets down on all fours. He looks over. Okay. So he mounts Pretty. But you know where he going, okay? He know where he going. Doing the butt. Sexy. He there, okay? Went to her mind like, I know she didn't just give my man the butt that I would refuse to give him. So Winter gets on her knees, okay? Pulls off of her and gets into the other lady, to Winter, okay? So he just crawled off of Pretty, and now he done crawled on top of Winter, okay? Winter gave up that butt. After they got finished doing what they was doing, it's black. All black. Winter tries to call out and says, Pretty, Big Daddy, But the only thing that is coming out is small squeaks. She tries again. Nothing's coming out. Now she's starting to feel her body crunching. It feels like she's being devoured. She realizes that she's being eaten by a serpent. Her Judy Pretty is a serpent. Winter is a rat. Pretty worst fear in the world became real. Now she is a serpent. I am a goddamn rat. She is eating me painfully. I know she has no other choice. I know the hunger of the serpent. I had been a serpent. Now I am what? On lockdown. So Winter's rat body is inside of Pretty's body digesting. They took Pretty and just threw her in the, glass container, just like they do every other character or beast or serpent or rat or whatever it is. They just threw her in there, girl. What is that telling you, girl? That your nigga ain't give two fucks about you. He in the butt and then threw you to, your best friend for your best friend to digest you, swallow you, and then shit you out. The glass case was shattered after what felt like 6 months of time. Now we are on the move. Pretty is on the move. Gag the crazy bitch. She's ruining everything, I heard him say, but his voice was off in the distance. Ooch, don't you dare touch me. Don't you dare put your hands on me. You guys are workers. You should be on my side. Workers unite, she shouted. This guy is a tyrant. Join me. Reject the Nazi. Reject the Nazi. Reject the Nazi. That's why I told you I need a bitch like Bridget in my life. He has the nerve to name his nightclub One Night Only. Can't you understand? It's only one night because after one night in his oven, you will no longer exist. And another thing, she said, and then her voice deadened. Pretty stopped moving. Other creatures were still moving. We heard a scuffle, probably Bridget fighting back. One woman versus his team of men. Girl, didn't I tell y'all this book is getting juicy? Juicy, juicy. You're welcome. You gave her the security code. This is all your fault, I heard Mr. Lighthouse say. No, it's your fault. You broke your own rules, I heard August's voice say. I was like, what the fuck? Wasn't she a pile of ashes on the convent bench? And so no, they demons. They dissolve and then they come back. Dissolve, come back. That's what demons do. Demons never go away. Kind of like a crazy ex-boyfriend. But who am I to talk? Now I'm just a pile of shit inside of a snake's intestines. Do snakes even have intestines? You broke the main goddamn rule, he yelled, losing his cool, which I had never seen him do when I was his top bitch. Bitch, you was only his top bitch for... What is that? What is that? 3 days? Girl! You let a dead human have confidential information about our family. You put your own father at risk. I built this damned underground world. I let all of my children have more than enough. But my own daughter falls in love with this crazy dead human bitch. They talking about Bridget. Mm-hmm. Then you gave her all access to my tower. She already ruined my nightclub mojo. She's out there in her painted old bus screaming into the crowd, exposing the secret that makes every single night special. That's what you did. That's what my own daughter did. No, it was the bitch who you let in here. You allowed her to change the security codes. You allowed her to put her own people on as staff. You gave higher status to a dead human than to your own sons. And you knew that that bitch was that nigga's bitch. You stole your own son's woman, she said with hatred. I felt like shit for real. Was Olga his daughter? She looked white. Was that ninja his son? Could a man as light-skinned as he is give birth to a man as beautifully deep black as that ninja? Oh my God, doesn't that mean that Iblis is also his son? Wait a minute. I screwed the father and I screwed the son and I was raped by the other son who is that ninja's brother? Now she gets it. Now you get it, bitch. Now you get it. They've been playing your bitch ass the whole time, you stupid broad. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe. Because it is so important to our success.